Welcome to Practical Guide to Research episode 3. In the previous episode, we saw how medicine moved from authority to structure. But even with structure, there was still a fundamental problem. That's why in today's lecture, we will cover correlation versus causation. So, two variables can move together without one causing the other. This is correlation. Correlation means that two variables are statistically associated. When one changes, the other tends to change as well. But correlation does not explain why they move together. Causation is different. Causation means that changing one variable produces change in another. It implies mechanism, it implies direction, it implies that if we intervene, the outcome would change. So, correlation detects patterns and causation explains patterns. Let's make this concrete. When ice cream sales increase, drowning incidents also increase. They are correlated, but does ice cream cause drowning? No. The hidden variable is summer. Temperature increases, people swim more, people buy more ice cream. This is confounding a third variable influencing both. And correlation only tells us that two variables are associated. It does not tell us whether one causes the effect or whether a third factor effect explains both. History gives us a serious examples. In the early 20th century, researchers observed that smoking was associated with lung cancer. The correlation was strong, but some argued perhaps a genetic predisposition caused both smoking behavior and the cancer. The association was real, but the causation had to be demonstrated. This is where structural thinking became essential. In 1965, the Sir Ernstine Bradford Hill proposed criteria to help evaluate whether an observed association might be causal. He explained strength of association, consistency, temporality, biological plausibility. And notice something important. None of these are about simple correlations. They are about explanations, about whether the relationship reflects a real causal process. History also gives us cautionary examples like observational studies once suggested that hormone replacement therapy reduced the cardiovascular risks. The correlation suggested benefit, but later randomized trials showed that increased risks in certain population. The association existed, but the causal interpretation was incomplete. So what is the difference? Correlation answers the questions, do these variables move together? Causation answers a deeper question, if we deliberately change one variable, will the other change because of it? That difference is not semantic, it is foundational. Without distinguishing correlation from the causation, we mistake coincidence for mechanism, association for explanation, pattern for proof. This is why study design matters. Why we use control groups, why we randomize, why we adjust for confounders, because structure help us move from observing association to making the credible causal inferences. In the next episode, we go deeper into one of the most important threats to causal thinking, that is the confounding. And thank you for keeping in touch. Welcome to Practical Guide to Research and from correlation to causation. Thank you.